Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gang's dumb commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Shaturday morning cartoons.
Happy
Saturday!
We're back.
We're back. Welcome back to the show
right.
where we watch old, forgotten Saturday morning cartoons from our childhoods and before. I'm Nick. We got Joe there from VCR Party, George, our VHS detective, and Caitlin McGurk from the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library in Ohio. Welcome back.
Thank you. I missed you guys. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's
Likewise.
you know that. Here's the thing with Saturday morning cartoons, because we do VCR Party and we do the EP modes and then we do Saturday. It's a lot to do every single week. And by the end of the season of Saturday, I'm like, all right, I'm ready for it to be done. But I gotta say, I've been looking forward to doing Saturday all summer long. I thought maybe like, oh, I would get tired of it and like not want to come back. No, I've been looking forward to it. I've been watching cartoons. I'm excited. What about you guys?
I think it's the greatest thing to come out of the pandemic on a global scale. So I feel really good about it.
The
Yeah.
silver lining.
Mhm.
George,
Yeah.
you excited or just nonplussed?
Don't I seem as excited? Like this is the highest I can get in terms of excitement.
Easy, George. Easy.
Slow down. It's a long season.
All right.
And to that end, this is a very ambitious episode. This is the one I'm producing, and it's going to gradually get more and more phoned in throughout the season, as it always does. But this
Yep.
first one, I'm starting off with a commercial because we're watching a wrestling-adjacent cartoon preview today. I found a serial called WWF Superstars that I didn't know existed.
It's time for Breakfast Mania! Introducing WWF Superstar Cereal! The big
Wait, I just noticed this, that the cereal box unfolds to be
Yeah, it's awesome.
a wrestling.
Preference.
WWF
Yeah.
Superstar Cereal! The big
Pretty good.
thing! Why are you on the box? You're the Legion of Dummies! You're doomed for disaster!
What a great crunch!
With tasty star shapes that are a super delicious part of this complete breakfast, it'll make breakfast a crunch fest! New WWF Superstar Cereal. Super taste, super breakfast, superstars. It's Breakfast Mania!
I beat
Wow.
Tastes like a
you know-
turnbuckle.
No, I bet it tastes like Alphabets or like Prograin or Kix. You know, just
That's-
generic
Yeah,
corn
Cap'n
cereal.
Crunch sort of. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
it's kind of in that ballpark. But
I think we saw
yeah.
Demolition, the tag team there. Maybe the Hart Foundation.
I think that was
Big
Road
Boss Man.
Warriors.
Big Boss Man was there.
Oh,
Boss Man was
Road
in there.
Warriors. Yeah, Big Boss Man, Hulk Hogan. Who was the Mountie? Was that just a guy named the Mountie? I didn't recognize him.
That was Prime Minister Trudeau, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe I can't remember who this is. I was like a huge
I know.
WWF fan. So
I recognize him too. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
You're a big. Oh, cool. All right.
I can't say I keep up with
yeah.
it now. I know it's back and I don't know anything
Mhm.
about what goes on now. I think I got it out of my system, but yes, I was a big fan.
Yeah,
Very big
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah. No, I haven't followed it since like 1989. So yeah.
I was a fan briefly for a window too during the rock and wrestling era, and that's what we're going to be watching a show from today. But I'm sure we're already being lambasted by the true fans for not knowing who the Mountie was, and me thinking that the Road Warriors were Demolition. So
Wow. I was a little embarrassed for you when you called
Yeah.
it Demolition.
sorry,
Yeah.
not a wrestling expert, just a fan. Speaking of Breakfast Mania, is anybody eating or drinking anything fun out of a cool mug this morning?
I've got a mug. I've got my bingo mug here, and I don't really get it. It's not like it says like I'm a bingo nut or anything. It's just bingo. It's just bingo. I don't know. Maybe there was like a game in the office that they played, and everybody got these bingo cups.
Doesn't
mugs.
even have a 69 on it.
Doesn't it?
No.
No, you're right.
When it's hot,
Yeah.
does it like fill in with a blackout or four corners or something, or no? It's just
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it has that technology.
it's still a cool mug. I like it. What about
That's a
everybody
cool mug.
else?
I've got a Ziggy mug classic here, just trying to reinforce my brand, as we start the new season. So
Nice.
I've got a 1983 Peanuts cup that I guess I got at McDonald's in '83, and of course Charlie Brown is saying, "Rats, why is having fun always so much work?" It's true.
I love Peanuts, but like, man, they just really oversaturated themselves. Don't you think, Caitlin? Do you think like they Charles Schultz did put himself out there too much as far as like licensing out his stuff?
I mean, he definitely was very, very much criticized for doing that, like big time criticized. But I don't know. I mean, would you he made a ton of money for his family and he was really generous with it, as far as philanthropy goes. But yes, I mean, they did brand a lot of things. Like, how many things can you license Snoopy with? Apparently, countless. So.
I don't think it cheapens it though necessarily. Does it cheapen the brand? I don't know.
I mean, Bill Watterson would disagree with you.
Exactly.
Bill Watterson's whole thing was that he didn't want to cheapen, Calvin and Hobbes with branding. But whatever.
Okay.
And it didn't get to Jim Davis levels, I don't think, but maybe it did. I don't know.
I feel like it did.
No, Schroeder never stayed at like a hotel or something in a commercial, the way we saw Garfield.
No, MetLife. Did they have like MetLife insurance or something? They were on TV all the time. York peppermint patties, they were all over them, weren't they?
They were. I mean, I have a bunch of friends that work at Peanuts in the licensing department, and they get requests for all kinds of crazy stuff. Are really specific about what they'll approve or not, but they've gotten requests for like dildos and things, so all kinds of stuff.
For real? Oh,
yeah.
I don't think it's York peppermint
stand
patties.
it.
I don't think it's York peppermint patties because I think Peppermint Patty was the character. Anyway,
there's some weird Snoopy specials too. Like there's one with like a sexy woman in a red car in the desert, and we could do that at some point on this show, I think. But I went with a cool glass. This has Rowdy Roddy Piper from WWF Hot Rod. It's a giant mug too. And that's because the host of this week's show is Rowdy Roddy Piper. And we talked about wrestling, but we all familiar with Rowdy Roddy?
Oh,
very familiar.
One of the best.
Yeah.
I think he was probably the best wrestling heel, at least from the era that I watched it. And heel meaning, the villain, because he really riled people up. He had Piper's Pit, a talk show he hosted ringside with a set and a throne. And he was just good at he would have people boo him pre Morton Downey Jr. He was a great talk show villain. And he actually is from Canada, Saskatchewan, and grew up in Winnipeg. But because he's Scottish heritage, they said he was from Glasgow and had him come out to bagpipes and wear the kilts. And of course he parlayed his wrestling fame, and he was, he had that great personality and that into being in They Live, the cult classic movie that I just rewatched recently.
One of my favorites of all time.
And
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
There's Hell Comes to Frogtown. That's another great movie that's worth looking up.
I haven't seen that one.
It's insane.
Joe, what
does
were you
that
gonna
frog
say?
have a shotgun?
Yes.
The frog does have a shotgun. I
Yes,
can't remember what I was going to say. It was
something about
very
They
important.
Live.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I was going to say one of the greatest mullets. This, when I think of a mullet, I think of this. This is the classic mullet. This is what you want in a mullet.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And the flannel and everything. I mean, he looks very Canadian in this movie, even though it's about a very American subject. So he even wrestled till I think 2012, would make guest appearances and come back, even though it was past his heyday. And then strangely, I guess not strangely, because these wrestlers just abused their bodies. But in 2015, he died of a heart attack. He was only 61. Mm-hmm. So we didn't get to see all that he could have done, I don't think. But these poor guys just put it on the line. Also in the 80s, though, he had a exercise video called Fighting Fit that was shot in England for some reason. And I showed a little bit of this on VCR Party once, but here's a little bit of Rowdy Roddy's exercise tape.
Well, you put the cassette in, you push the right button, already you're smarter than most kids. Now, you want to get fighting fit, huh? First, you gotta promise me that you'll never quit. Then come on with Rowdy Roddy Piper. But kids, get set to sweat.
Oh, here he talks a little bit about his backstory. So this is, I don't know how much of this is real or invented, but.
Dare to dream. That's what this old man told me one time. I couldn't figure it out. I'm sitting here, this is my bedroom. And this old man's telling me to dare to dream. I was having nothing but nightmares. But you know something? That old man, he's right. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. The facts are real simple. I left home when I was 13. My fight was for survival as I hitchhiked from town to town with nothing but my wits and my bagpipes. I slept on the street. It sounds much more romantic than it is. You know, I even had to fight a guy one time over a piece of cardboard. You see, I stayed fit, I took a chance, and I dared to dream. You can do the same thing. Look at me, I'm on top of the world now. Don't you dare quit, kids. Come on, follow me. Don't quit, let's get fighting fit.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
talk the greatest Saturday morning cartoons ever.
Let's do it.
Wait, did he say at the beginning of that there was an old man in his bedroom telling
Yes.
him to dream? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that right. Yeah.
He kind of
It was
backed up.
Gorilla
He's like,
Monsoon.
that was that old man. It was Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, apparently his street was the bedroom, so that was the old man.
Oh,
But
I
it
didn't
took
get
me a
that. Okay.
second to realize that because he didn't explain
Yeah.
that ahead of time.
I mean, I could barely understand him through that thick Scottish accent. I could barely even hear a word he was saying.
I'm from Glasgow, eh? But Joe, before we get into the cartoon, though, you said you're happy to be back, and reunited with the Shaturday gang. And you had some photos to share.
Yeah. Oh, I had some photos. I was going to save them for the end, but I can play them now.
Yeah,
I don't want to interrupt your thing, but I
do
want to show trips from my summer vacation.
Oh,
And
sure.
one of those summer vacations included George. And we went to Rooftop Films. They play these films in a cemetery in Brooklyn. And that's a cemetery that George, I don't know, what do you lurk at? That's the one that you lurk?
Lurking's
you
the right
walk
word.
around and you lurk at this
Yeah.
cemetery. And so I asked if you wanted to go see some movies. They were showing some movies there that night. And you said yes. And I said, bring a lawn chair. And then George showed up with a folding chair, which is, I guess it's fine.
I thought we were going to a wrestling match.
That
And
would have
you were
been
wearing
marred by the referee.
You were wearing your cemetery shirt to the cemetery, very on the nose. I like it. But hey, take a look at this cinematography here.
Beautiful
Gorgeous.
sunset.
Yeah, look at that sunset. Okay, so then George shows up, and everybody else has lawn chairs, but George has a folding chair, and then there we are at the entrance again. I want to make that into an oil painting. That's an oil painting right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
George's cemeteries overlooking New York City, and then he went and got a little snack at the concession stand. He had to carry his folding chair everywhere he went. He also had his water bottle in the same hand that he was holding the
That's a lot to
folding
carry.
chair. You able to see that there?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was he getting a
Yeah, just
frozen
say-
power bar, or what? I don't understand what he would get here at the.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to remember if I did end up getting anything.
you did. You did. I can't remember what.
Oh, did they still make the rest? Oh, probably not. Remember the WWF
Yes.
popsicles, like ice cream
Yeah,
sandwich
take a
on a
look.
stick?
The chocolate.
You may be
bag.
seeing those again later in the show.
Ooh, yeah. I remember
I
there's
always
an
hope to
Ultimate
get the
Warrior.
Undertaker one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they have that shitty Tweety. Remember that shitty
That
Tweety?
will
Yeah.
not go
Like-
away. Nor
Shitty
will
Tweety.
Sonic.
And it does not look like that at all. It just looks melted every time it comes up. And then so then George, let's see, I'm not done with my photos yet.
Oh no.
Then he had to pay for he put his money out, but he still had his folding chair and his bottled water
Mm-hmm.
there, so it was a little bit more difficult to do that. And then
That
finally,
one I wouldn't make into an oil painting. That one I think I would skip. the oil painting.
Not my finest hour. But I do like
Plus,
the pile of 20s there.
I mean, was I shooting this? Was I shooting this from a drone or something? Like, why am I like hovering over you?
Because
so
you're
high?
a giant and I am not.
Yeah, and then finally he got there and plopped down his folding chair on top of somebody's grave and then watched the movie. So
Someday somebody will do the same for me.
Yep. Cycle
I
of
hope to
life.
be
There we
as
go.
supportive.
those are photos from my summer vacation with George.
Wow.
Sounds good. Well, we're back in
Yeah.
school's back in session now, and this happened around the time that schools and cartoon were starting up again. In the past, we've kicked off the seasons of Saturday morning cartoons by showing one of the preview specials. And, I've talked about how my sister and I would like circle the TV guide. Okay, we'll watch the CBS preview special on this night. It usually aired like the Friday nights before all the cartoon specials. And this one was the same. It aired September 13th, 1985. It was promoting the CBS fall lineup of cartoons and hosted by Rowdy Roddy Piper. And it was a who's who of random 80s celebrities introducing random cartoons. It is hilarious. It was an hour long. I trimmed it down to a merciful 15 minutes. But here it is. It's high concept. The idea was that Hervé Villachez from The Love Boat was going to host the show, but Rowdy Roddy took it over. So it's called the All-Star Rock and Wrestling I don't know, something like Saturday Spectacular. The All-Star Rock and Wrestling Saturday Spectacular.
Close enough.
Here we go.
Well, Roddy Piper is certainly proving again tonight that he is everything they say about him and less. He has... Ladies and gentlemen, the man who was to have hosted tonight's extravaganza, Hervé Villachez.
You don't understand. This is my show. My show. You have no right to do this to me.
Well, Hervé, did you in fact invite Roddy Piper to be a guest
selling
on your
it.
show?
Invite Roddy Piper on my show? You must be kidding. How can I invite a deadly disease? But he's not gonna get away with it. I'm telling you. I'm gonna get him. Just like that. He's not gonna get away with it.
Hervé.
Watch me. Goodbye.
Good luck.
Nick, you
Good
and
luck,
your
Hervé.
sister watch this?
We're all rooting for you.
I don't remember ever watching this particular one, so I don't know why. Oh, we certainly didn't have anything better to do, but we just didn't watch this one.
Well, when you mentioned that you and your sister would sit around like the TV guide and circle stuff, like I picture you guys like at a table, like in a dark room, and like you're smoking cigarettes, and like there's an ashtray that's like full of cigarettes.
It was
And-
like
and
the
you're
War Room
screaming
in
at each
Dr.
other.
Strangelove. It was really
That's what I picture.
a
Right.
round table. Yep.
And it sounds like maybe you didn't win out on this one. If
No,
you've never seen
I
this
definitely would have done
because this is your era.
And
Yeah.
also, this was I mean, when you see the lineup, I watched a lot of these cartoons.
From Hollywood, it's the Rock and Wrestling Saturday Spectacular.
That kind of sounds like the Letterman theme, doesn't it?
That's what I thought it was.
Da-na-na-na. It's I think it was a riff on that.
From Hollywood, it's the Rock and Wrestling Saturday Spectacular. Starring Hervé Villachez. Starring Roddy Piper. This is Gary Owens inviting you to join Hervé and his guest, Roddy and his guests, Patti LaBelle, Pee Wee Herman, New Edition, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Captain Lou Albano, and Hulk Hogan. With the
And
Roddy
Weird Al
Piper
Yankovic.
the Roddy Piper Art Players, plus previews of the new CBS Saturday morning shows, the Berenstain Bears, Wuzzle, Muppets, Babies and Monsters, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, and more. And now, here's Roddy.
I think he always had the kilt or the Scottish lasses to a lot of times bring him out for WWF things, and Piper's Pit.
baby, you've grown.
I'm not her baby. Don't you say that. Here, just have a seat. No, go ahead, have a seat. Do they feed you? You're tall. You could open doors with those knees. No, you know.
I don't get
I
that.
ask you a question?
You could open doors with those knees? That make
It
sense?
sounds like a joke.
It sounds like a
No.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cream's always good at comedy. I feel like, an Airplane. He's
Yeah.
great in Airplane. Now he's like, this amazing like activist and writer, but
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
No! Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
You won't get offended.
Between pros like you and me, chap, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Who are you?
not
We
bad.
have a film clip
Yeah.
that you brought, I understand. We might as well get into it, huh?
This
Yeah.
is
Say
a clip
film?
from the
Yeah. Have you ever met people who can't say film? They say film.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've run into a lot of people who can't say that.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's certain people who can't. It's like the word important. Like some people say important.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that though. I think it might be from a specific region where they call it film.
No.
You don't think so?
But they're
Really?
adding a vowel sound in between the L and the M. I think it's
I
just
know
a-
people who do that with the word drawer too. Like can't say the word drawer at all.
How do they say it?
Drawer. Like it's a
What-
tough one. I didn't think film was that tough, but
No, but what about the word wolf? I knew so many people who called them woofs for so long. Did you know the woof sayers?
What about robot?
Oh, I've heard robot. Yeah.
That one I'll never understand. Robot.
So you don't think it's
versus
a
robot.
regional dialect? You don't think it's a regional dialect? You think it's like just like a
I think
speech
it's a
impediment?
flub. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think an LM that for some reason those two consonants together some people have trouble with. So they add a vowel sound to make it easier on their tongues. So
What about
I
people
think-
who say Washington?
Oh
What's
yeah,
that all about?
my uncle does that. Yeah.
wash their
Yeah.
clothes. All right.
Yeah.
So here's
Indiana.
here's the film
Nick,
clip.
just shut off the video. Let's just talk about words.
Yeah, what else? What other words do people get wrong?
We have a film
Cat.
clip that you brought, I understand. We might as well get into it, huh?
This is a
Yeah.
clip from the CBS Saturday
Go on.
morning series, The Berenstain Bears.
Mm-hmm.
In this clip, Papa has just decided to take up kite flying.
Oh, boy, ain't that something? I bet you when you were a little boy, your kite was higher than everybody else's, wasn't it, huh?
Well, I don't know. That's quite a statement coming from somebody who wears a dress.
Why don't you just roll the film?
Canceled.
Stand back for the test flight.
I remember them having specials, but not having a full cartoon. Like there's a Christmas special and all that for Berenstain, but I guess there's a regular Saturday morning cartoon for a while.
I don't remember it either. I had all the books though. Man, I
Yeah.
love them.
And we all know about that theory that everyone remembers it as Berenstain and that there's an alternate.
Yeah.
I was just
reality
watching.
that-
I was just seeing that Berenstain. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are they calling it Berenstain?
Yeah.
It's
yeah. That's what it is.
Berenstain.
It's always
No.
been.
But instead of people believing that they just misread that word as kids, people think that there's an alternate universe that opened up where there
I
was a
know, but
Berenstain
why did-
Bears.
But why did everybody misread it?
Because Berenstain is a more common name than Berenstain, and so people just said that when it.
There
you
are
know,
no other names with the suffix stain. I can't think
Yeah.
of any.
So I think it was just because-
Frankenstein.
yeah, it's the same reason people say film. They just it was easier to say Berenstain. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it was Berenstain Bears. They had their own series.
Papa! Papa! Are you all right?
Pumpkin seed? Special, you say?
Please, Papa! Be careful, Papa. Remember, that's Raffish Ralph you're talking to. Remember that magic honey machine he sold you last month? Yeah, the only thing it made was money for Ralph.
Excuse me, little ones. What sort of pumpkin seed? A
like
very
Ralph.
special experimental pumpkin seed.
Terrific guy, nice guy, servant of God, nice seeing you.
Greg just wanted to stop by and show a clip of Berenstain Bears.
I
Bravo!
love this premise.
What a great clip! Bravo!
What a jerk, man.
was
What a complete jerk. If I had to play basketball, I'd retire and go back to Scotland.
The next event, beat wrestling superstar Hulk Hogan and singing sensations.
Man, the 80s were crazy.
Hulk, I know how happy you are to be
Just
here
wait.
on the show
We're
with
just
your
getting
good
started.
friend Hervé Villachez,
I
right?
can't believe you missed this, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, this has like I say, it's a who's who of 80s celebrities.
Hervé Villachez, right?
Well, you know something? I'm really proud to be on my main brother Hervé's show. The little dude's not as tall as me, but he's working out real hard, trying to get just as wide as I am.
Hulk, I understand you're starring in an exciting new show on Saturday morning on CBS.
I'm so thrilled, so happy about the new Hulk Hogan rock wrestling cartoon. For all those little Hulksters that have to go to bed early, train, say their prayers, and eat their vitamins, they can check the Hulkster out on the rock wrestling cartoon.
Well, of course they can.
I think he kind of screwed it up. The Rock wrestling cartoon, like he didn't really know the full name of his own show.
It's not like you introducing this.
I didn't feel as bad for getting
Whatever the fuck.
the All-Star Rock and Wrestling Saturday Spectacular.
Yeah.
The Rock wrestling cartoon.
Train, say their prayers, and eat their vitamins, they can check the Hulkster out on the rock wrestling cartoon.
Well, of course they can. Well, let's set this up for the audience right now. I understand you have a clip from the show. Is that correct?
Man, I wish you would. I'm so excited about this thing. Let's roll it.
All right, Harlow, roll.
Look it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
Previous
still
Saturday morning
champion of the
cartoon
world,
cartoon.
Hulk Hogan.
We watched this with Henry Gilbert from Talking Simpsons, and he is just he knows everything about wrestling.
Go do what I told you.
The non-Americans are the villains.
They're the bad guys. By the way, people in grade school, a couple of them would call me Nikolai after Nikolai Volkov, because my name is Nick. So.
Did you think it was cool, or did you think it was terrible to be associated with communists?
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated that because I hated the Reds.
Hello? Anybody in here? Can you help me get my show back? Answer! Ah. Come on, help me! Somebody in there? Oh. Answer! Anybody in there? I want my show back!
We'll return to the Rock and Wrestling Saturday Spectacular after these messages.
I mean, it's just totally bonkers, and it just gets more so as it goes on. So it gets crazy.
When did this play on Friday night? Didn't you say, or did it play on Saturday morning? Okay.
September
Friday
13th.
night.
Yeah, usually played in prime time, or Friday nights are usually not. They kind of dump all the shows that nobody watches then, but kids are around because they don't have any agency when they're a certain age. So that's when we would watch it. And then they would get you excited to the next morning, see all the new cartoons debuting. So you're like, holy cow, Berenstain Bears are getting their own cartoon. Got to tune in tomorrow morning on CBS.
Okay. So you were available on Friday nights then, huh?
I wasn't, and still am. Still am. Yeah. So not much has changed.
Okay.
George, what do we have for commercial breaks?
Would you believe WWF themed commercials? Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
Wrestle anywhere with wrestling
Wait, can you
superstars,
back it up?
wrestlers, new from LJN.
Can you back it up a little bit? Is he strong? I can't tell, or if he's doughy. The Iron Sheik. He
Well,
just,
before steroids, there was a few people that were grandfathered in before the steroid era that were just sort of bulky, because muscle doesn't really grow like,
Just huge men like
Hulk-
Andre the Giant. Yeah.
like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
does.
I don't know if that's. He actually looks like an action figure. Like that's the torso of an action figure, isn't it?
Is there a large
Smooth.
thumb up his butt right there?
It looks like he's made of plastic though. Like he definitely shaves his chest, right?
Oh yeah, and oils
Yeah.
himself up. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Okay, but that's strong, right? He's strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wrestle anywhere with wrestling superstars, thumb wrestlers, new from LJN.
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
Yeah,
don't
it was
know.
not plugged in. He always had a guitar that wasn't plugged in, I think, on a lot of his stuff. Was that JYD? I think Mean Gene's playing piano there.
Let's see.
Mean Gene.
No.
Hey, mate, yeah, it's that time of year again.
Bushwhack.
Oh, yeah, what time of the
My
year?
favorite.
You love Bushwhackers?
Oh, yeah.
It's sticky time. Time to eat these. The WWF. Save the stars of wrestling ice cream bars. Oh, they're our favorite.
There they are.
They're my
Oh,
favorite.
we got those.
I can
we
still
got-
taste them.
Oh, let me try yours.
Splashing.
They feeder relationship. Oh yeah, he would always lick people.
Yeah, that was their thing. I loved them. In fact, I knew we were watching a wrestling thing themed thing, and I brought my autographed photo from Bushwhacker Luke.
No way.
Yeah, my brother and I would listen to like a cassette tape constantly that had all the WWF like entrance songs on it, and like
Yes.
do the Bushwhacker walk. And like a few years ago, he, unbeknownst to my partner and I, we were at this toy fair, and Bushwhacker Luke was there as like the special guest, and I like actually almost fainted. Like I had a reaction that I was not expecting myself to have. It just like cued into some childhood thing, and then I couldn't go up to him, and it took me at least an hour to work up the guts to go up to Bushwhacker Luke and say hi to him like 2 years ago. So
Was he a
really-
character?
Oh, he was, and he was lovely. He's so sweet, and it was
Did
great.
he lick
I had-
you? Is
He
the
did
question.
not lick me. It was
Okay.
pretty disappointing.
Did
but
you
yeah,
lick
I
him?
did like I had a crush on both Bushwhacker Luke and Bushwhacker. Oh my gosh, the other one's name. Jesus, Butch. And like
Uh,
that was confusing. But yeah, so
did you have a poster up like in your bedroom of them, or
no,
did you?
I should
Okay.
have. I wish.
I don't know if that even existed, but
I
you-
had the
you-
action figures and stuff, and they did the arm thing. So
we were doing a convention in Maine, in Portland, Maine, at a hotel. And Nick, do you remember what it was like their Comic-Con or something like
Yeah,
that?
it was a
like
comic
some sort of pop
convention.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like some sort of pop culture thing. And our booth was right next to Hacksaw Jim Duggan's. And so we were talking to him all day, and he was the coolest dude. But he was signing 2x4s, so he had like little 2x4s,
that's so
and
awesome.
then I just got that for all my my brothers and like all my friends, and like that was my Christmas present for everybody that year, was signed Hacksaw Jim Duggan's 2x4s.
That's a great
So,
gift.
Yeah.
They're charismatic people. I mean, that's why they got, hired by WWF. And it gets even more bonkers, like I've said, in the second half of Rock and Wrestling, spectacular Saturday morning preview and extravaganza. Let's watch it. Ho!
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
They begged me. They tried to pay me money. Finally, out of the kindness of my heart, new edition.
Roddy, you have to get ready for the big sketch. Yes, you've got to get, no, you really do. Why don't you get ready while we take a look at the clip the guys brought? Fellas, Roddy's going out to get ready, and you have a new clip, right? You have the clip from a new cartoon series?
Oh yeah, well this is a clip from the new cartoon Wuzzles.
It's my all-time
Wuzzles.
my all-time favorite intro. It's New Edition saying, "Oh yeah, here's a clip from a new cartoon Wuzzles."
Is that a top 10 TV moment of all time? Like in the history of television? Could that be a
yes.
top 10?
It's like the
TV
Challenger
moment?
and this. Were like
You
at
know
the
what?
top.
You know what beats both of those is a moment that happens later in this involving Patty LaBelle. So there's like three of the moments of greatest of all time are in this special.
But back it up so we can hear him say that again. about the
Yeah, here it
Wuzzles.
is. And I also like how this is like a common trope of like variety shows too. It's like you have to get ready for the big sketch. And that's like the Gary Owens was saying, like
And also, it's
Rowdy.
Gary Owens doing the scene with New Edition.
Yeah.
just perfect.
should
Just
have been Mean
it's
Gene,
just-
but I like Gary
Yeah.
Owens.
New cartoon series?
Oh yeah, well this is a clip from the new cartoon Wuzzles.
Yeah, he's like top 10.
We watch watched Wuzzles. This was a Disney cartoon.
Was it?
Yeah, with stuffed animal toys.
He knows
tie-in.
what's good for him.
Never even heard of it.
He's gonna grow big and grow more feathers.
The idea, I think, was that they were combos of animals. Like it was a rhino with a bumblebee, and that was a Wuzzle.
For us to sell? After them, there's a fortune in feathers getting away.
Hi, that's really nice to meet you, Mr. Village-Jazz.
I'm Roddy Piper. I'm Roddy Piper. You're...
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a real love boat, aren't you? You're a dandy country. Tell me, was there only one of you?
So funny, I almost fell off my dinosaur. Look,
Come on,
you can
you-
play,
come
you
on,
can
you-
play puppets like this. Look, here, put this on your hand right here. And you can play, you can play. Yeah, look, and then you can make the eyes like this.
I mean, how was I not watching this live when it happened?
No.
Yeah.
This is appointment TV.
Well, you're probably at a party or something.
No?
Hello, Roddy, puppet!
Hello, P.U. Don't you have a film clip?
Yes, it's from Jim Henson's
Film.
new TV series called Jim Henson's Muppets, Babies, and Monsters.
I guess before
Well,
it just became Muppet Babies, I guess they had wraparounds from the actual Muppets. I don't remember that.
I don't remember the monsters part of it either. But
Yeah.
And I don't get why like Pee Wee Herman is introduced in this. I thought he was going to introduce like
'Cause-
his show or something.
Well, yeah, I think they always introduce the new cartoons.
yeah, no, I know. Like New Edition, I guess, introduced Wuzzles, and
Yeah.
if you remember when that happened. And
Pee
then,
Wee was already
Um,
on CBS, I think, at this point. So, they introduced the new cartoon.
okay.
You said you'd spend some time with me. Oh, yeah, when the show's over, Piggy. Why do cats say meow? Give up? Because if they bark, they be dogs. Waka, waka, waka!
So, do we got the job?
Well, I don't see any other band in the basement.
It's one of the monsters.
Why are you being so nice to me, Roddy? I'm not being nice to you, as I'm just saying, I'm just trying to tell you the truth as one professional to another. I'm serious. I'd like you to...
I cut out a very belabored Rowdy Roddy Does Shakespeare sketch with Pee Wee, Roddy, and Captain Lou. Maybe now I'm having second thoughts.
It's
But
too
EP
bad.
mode.
Yeah.
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 Shake my hand. I'd like to resolve everything. I'd like you to sit down, have yourself a seat, and I'd like to talk about it because I think you're a tremendous man.
They got me.
We'll return.
Hair breaking never a single time.
3 great shows returning to Saturday morning this year. 2-2.
Or Captain Lou.
is...
I like they had trouble getting up like a turtle.
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
struggling. Yeah. Good physical
Like a
acting.
turtle on its back.
Yeah, it was some good physical.
Look at Pee Wee Herman running over to help him.
Yeah.
3 great shows returning to Saturday morning this year. 2-2.
What we mean is, what's so big and bad that even you're afraid of it, Dungeon Master?
Also, a previous Shaturday episode with Charlie Sanders, a D&D writer.
Scariest episode of the show.
Definitely. Were you Land of the Lost viewers? I think this wasn't on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
I
watch
wasn't,
this too.
no.
And read.
Terrifying.
Isn't too far away.
So this is a Sid and Marty Krofft show, and
Yep.
they did HR Pup and stuff. They also produced this show and a lot of variety shows in the 80s. So
Was it Saturday morning?
yep.
Alice, run! Head for the tunnel!
of the greatest. I'm going to say the greatest moment in television history.
Better than when JR got shot on Dallas.
Better than that. Better than even when New Edition introduced Wuzzles.
What? All right.
Take a look.
You're hyping this up.
She begged to be on the show. I'm a nice man. I got soft spots in my heart for tears. So give her a nice hand. Miss Patty.
Wait for it.
Come on, honey.
But wait, then that's right. If they needed a time capsule to describe what the 80s was in about a 30-second clip, it would be that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? And just shut up. Just keep your mouth shut. It's a clip. It's a story break, okay? It's a children's show that will be shown every week. And it's a wonderful show you must see, and you must not listen to his mouth anymore because he's sick.
I'm Bob Keeshan, and welcome to CBS Story Break.
It's Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah.
I remember these. These are like specials.
Yeah.
They're based on children's books.
We should watch one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the guitars.
Yeah. I remember the cat one.
People, and especially to Hervey, and I want you to know one thing. We are recording something next door with Hervey, and you'll get a real show. And you won't have to put up with this rotten, Rowdy Piper.
Patty LaBelle next to Pee-wee Herman.
Something special's coming your way next Saturday. It's Hulk Hogan and his muscle-bound buddies, and they're ready to battle the bad guys on the all-new Hulk Hogan's
This must have been the week
It
before.
starts next Saturday. It's a knockout.
You want to talk
about knockout? I'll talk to you about knockout. This is your announcer leaving.
You're going to leave you wear a toupee anyway. Huh? I know. I tell everybody you wear a toupee.
Oh, so look at this. Cyndi Lauper co-produced this. So she had a production company, I guess. So Dave Wolf and Cyndi Lauper co-produced this with like Desilu and Andy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's that is just so chock full of just incredible moments. I gotta
say, like,
episode.
I mean, yeah, it was the most 1980s thing of all time with like Cyndi Lauper at the end there too. But I gotta say, Patti LaBelle is genuinely very funny. Do you remember the video of her doing the Washington D.C. whatever
Christmas tree
ceremony or whatever? Yeah, it was like some ceremony and it was a disaster. And if you haven't seen it, look it up right now. Patti LaBelle doing the Christmas tree ceremony. She's such a pro and she's so genuinely funny and just I'm gonna go on a deep dive of Patti LaBelle tonight, like all interviews, all. I also want to show this when Wuzzles came up. I had this. I remember this. Do you remember the mascot for the Olympics in Atlanta? What was it, like 92
What's it or something? What is it? What's it?
That's what I was thinking for the Wuzzles was the. What's it? Which has always kind of struck me.
Looks like a junior high student drew that.
Yes, it always struck me as like they couldn't come up with an idea. They didn't have a theme or anything. It's like, oh, it's the what is it? All right.
It looks like the Crest like guy, the blue toothpaste thing.
But at least he was a thing.
Who's excreting stars?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's an Oneida. All right,
it's a brand you can trust.
It really is. So anyway, Wuzzles reminded me of what is it? The worst mascot of all time.
Well, are you ready to play the most convoluted game show of all time?
Bring it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is a game show that I'm really excited about, but no one will likely want to participate in. It's called Impression Your Luck.
No.
Okay, so we got to do impressions
No.
at your whim.
Yep. So
right.
here's how the game show works.
Please get Ronald Reagan. Please get Ronald Reagan.
He's on here. So
okay.
There's going to be a press your luck board that will be alternating a random 80s celebrity with a random 80s cartoon. You have to do a New Edition style intro in their voice. And all you have to do to get points is attempt the impression. It doesn't have to be good. You just can't phone it in. That's all the rules. But be careful, because somewhere on the board you might run into the dreaded
Welkie. Yep.
It's a Welkie, so you got to be careful, because the Welkie might take away your points.
No Welkie, no Welkie.
Yeah. All right, so Joe, you're up first, okay?
So wait, explain it one more time. So
you're just going to tell me when to stop the board.
Okay.
And then we're going to stop, and it's going to reveal a random 80s celebrity and a random 80s cartoon, and you just have to attempt an impression of them introducing the cartoon.
Introducing Wuzzles.
Well, no, whatever the cartoon that comes up is.
Oh, okay. All right.
So here we go.
I think it should just be Wuzzles.
Yeah. You ready? Okay. You ready to impression your luck?
Yeah, bring it on. All right, here we go. No Welkies, no Welkies, no Welkies, no Welkies. Stop.
Okay, this is Oprah introducing Trollkins.
Okay. All right. You get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get to watch Trollkins.
All right, Joe's on the board with 1 point. All right, and you got to avoid the Welkies. So George, you're up. Are you ready to impress your luck?
Yes.
Impression your luck. Okay, here we go.
How long did this take you to make?
No Welkies, no Welkies, no Welkies, no Welkies. Stop!
Stop. Oh, and it's a duplicate. It's Oprah introducing Snorks.
Oh. Okay. George.
Show me Snorks!
Very good. Excellent job. All right.
That was actually Oprah on the Family Feud, I think.
Close enough. Okay. 1 point to George, and everyone has successfully avoided the Welkies so far. Caitlin, you're up. Here we go.
Okay, I'm ready. Stop.
Macho Man Randy Savage introducing Dink the Little Dinosaur.
I can't wait for this one. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Stink.
Yes. Here's Dink.
I tried to do
one more time. One more time.
All you have to do is attempt the impression.
Mention something about the beautiful Elizabeth.
What? No. Okay. Here's Dink. That's all I'm gonna do.
That's great. Here's Dink. Okay. All right. And I got to go back. So, yeah, let's start it off. We got Joe. It's only 2 rounds. So, Joe, here we go.
Okay.
Impression your luck.
All right. Wow, this is a high-tech machine you have here for impression your luck. All right, and stop. No Welkies, stop.
Stop at Ringo Starr introducing Turbo Teen.
Damn it.
Oh.
That's the one I wanted.
Oh. He's in love. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Back when I was with the Beatles, I had always played the drums with the Beatles, and but now I have to tell you, peace and love, peace and love. Let's drum our way to the next cartoon, which is Turbo Teen. Take it away, Turbo.
That's very good. Joe's on the board with 2 points. All right, here we go with George. Impression your luck.
Okay. Ready.
Oh,
Stop.
Church lady down there.
Mr. T introducing Kissy Fur.
I pass.
No, you have to.
Mr. T. Come on.
I pity the fool. Come on, you can.
Okay, hold on.
George froze up.
Yeah, I was pretending to freeze, so I didn't on Zoom. Did that work? Kissy Kissy fur.
Okay, you technically attempted an impression, so I got to give you a point.
I don't know. That sounded like George just saying kissy fur intensely.
I was pointing.
He
I was
didn't
pointing
say
at the
any of this.
camera.
When I did Ringo Starr, I talked about how I drummed with the Beatles. Like, you give it a little bit more work than that. Come on.
Yeah, let's get another attempt here.
Let me get into this.
We're not getting paid to do this.
And this is for a point.
But you have to play my cruel, sadistic game. That's the rules.
That was Xena and Xena from San Bernardino. And next up is Kissy Fur.
There we
Nice.
go. Full
There,
points.
okay.
Sorry, that was from Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool.
All right, Caitlin, last
Really?
round. Here we go. This is
Fine.
Impression Your Luck.
I want Rambo Potato Head Kids. Come on. Or get a Welkie. Get a Welkie.
Stop.
Oh, we got Ricardo Montalban introducing the Get Along Gang.
Oh boy, she's good. Are you gonna malfunction? I think you're gonna malfunction.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Rich Corinthian leather.
And now up is the Get Along Gang. I don't know.
It was an attempt.
Caitlin was like,
Can I pass it to Joe?
yeah, you could pass your spin. Yeah, Joe.
oh.
Joe, you can take
Okay.
the point. I don't care.
So I take the point on this one.
If you
Yeah,
attempt
yeah.
the impression, yeah.
Yes. Welcome. And thank you so much. Hervé is around here somewhere. My little sidekick. But until then, here on Fantasy Island, we do a lot of amazing things. But the most amazing thing we're going to do right now is watch Get Along Gang. Roll the tape.
The gang. That would have been the
yeah,
intro. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I won.
Joe won with 2 points, and everyone successfully avoided the Welkie. So yeah, we would have.
What would have happened? What would have happened if we would have gotten a Welkie?
It would have taken your points away. So yeah.
No, I know, but do you have like an animation or something planned, or?
No animation, but I was going to in post add this. So yeah, that's the plan for the Welkie. That took me 2 days to put together, so I'm glad you played. And the game shows all get a lot.
Sorry, Nick.
The game shows all get a lot less involved after Impression Your Luck. So.
Oh yeah. It's barely a game show by the last episode. Yeah.
But now I have the templates all set up, so don't think it's not coming back for a future episode. Rush up on your impressions. So we learned a lot. We learned that 2 of the greatest moments in TV history are in the special we watched. But what else did we learn, George?
Well, I know I learned something. Judo, sumo, Greco-Roman. Settling disputes through body-to-body grappling is as ancient and universal as the viral and bacterial infections it spreads. But even at the most revered international combat contests, such athletes are mere amateurs when compared to the burly, flamboyant competitors who participate in professional wrestling. Yet these gladiators at the pinnacle of their sport are not accorded the same respect bestowed upon even a starting high school wrestler. I happened to watch last year's Olympics wrestlers, allegedly the world's best. Not one flexed, not one had a gimmick, not one had a descriptive name, and not one preened for the crowd. Professional wrestling, on the other hand, also allows people from around the globe to represent their homelands, but with style. Could there be any better ambassadors to the Russian, Iranian, and Scottish people than Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, and Roddy Piper? Professional wrestling also provides a home for individuals who do not fit society's idea of normal, whether they are French giants or grunting hirsute lunatics with green tongues. From hitmen to beefcakes, everyone is welcome. So let us celebrate, not revile, the pinnacle of sports as we celebrate this, the inaugural episode of the 3rd season of Saturday Morning Cartoons.
Gorgeous.
And that's why you always say.
And that's why it seems like it's been months since I've said it. But that's why I always say, the more you battle, Whoops. The more you battle is twice the knowing. We'll get the rust out next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't ever get the rust out. I like it this way way better.
Me
Yeah.
too. That's part of our
Yeah.
kayfabe is that we think we're not very polished at this, but we actually are.
Right.
Well, it's good to be back. Good to see you, Caitlin, again, and we'll be back next week with more Shaturday cartoons. And as Ronald Reagan would say,
Oh,
well, stay tuned for the Quickie Koala Show, Mommy. Happy Saturday, everybody!
Happy Saturday!
Oh yeah, well this is a clip from the new cartoon Wuzzles.